sooner than I thought I was going to be. I want to talk today about something that everyone needs, and very few people want to talk honestly about it. No, this is not a talk about sex. This is not even a talk about love directly. This is a talk about money. Now, it's interesting that this is the one thing we all have in common. We need more of it. We don't have enough of it. We pursue it. We sell our souls for it. We lie and steal to get it. And yet no one really wants to talk about it. How interesting is that? And when we do talk about it, we always talk about it only at the point that we don't have it. We talk about the lack of it, or we rail against it when we see people abuse it. And we point to that and say, see, money is evil. And yet, how do you exist on this planet in this reality without it? You're either going to work for it, get it from an inheritance or the government, but you got to have it. You cannot have an apartment, drive a car, pay insurance, do anything in this reality without it. And very few people ever want to talk about it. We protect ourselves all the time with it. It becomes our armor when we have a lot of it, and we become very vulnerable when we have nothing or not enough of it. Money. What is it? It's a man-made construct, and that's exactly what it is. It has no real application other than what we give it value. We have made something ourselves that now we have to compete with others to get. And don't you think it's probably the biggest illusion in the world? If you really think about it. And now there's these new things like cryptocurrencies, which shows you that it can be invented. And so from gold to pieces of paper to coins to cryptocurrencies, what is money? And how important is money to someone who is being buried 6 feet under? If we are really spirit beings having an earthly existence, how important is money in the spirit world? And I know one day we're going to be visited by other alien cultures. And I'm going to be curious to see if they have a system called money. But until then, I want to just think about how it affects us on a daily basis. Here's this man-made construct that can affect our moods, can affect our livelihoods, can affect our love life. It affects us all the time in all ways. And yet, it's an illusion. It has no healing effects. It can only buy a temporary fix. But it is not a permanent solution, ever. That's why when you hear people say, if I had more money, I could do this, that, and the other. If you have more money, you'll have more problems. And you probably be so distracted trying to protect all that money that you won't be doing this, that, and the other. You have to have a team of people around you to protect it. You have to have meetings about it. You have to do payroll and taxes, and more money is a lot more problems. And you find out with more money, you really don't have more, because by the time you cut that pie that many slices, your piece of it that's left could be less than what you had when you were making less. It's hard to wrap your brain around that sometimes, because you see more money as being more all the time. It just isn't. Oh, I'm sure there's a number out there in the stratosphere where if you made that amount of money, then, more is more. But I think that number is probably close to 1 billion now. Because I've met some poor millionaires who have no money, really. They have a lot of assets, but they have no real working capital. So it's more and more. And you pursue it, all day, every day for the rest of your very lives. And then what? Where's the plateau? What are you working toward? When will enough be enough so that you can start living life? Or is this what life is? The pursuit of money? Is this all there is? It's just looking for more all the time. This isn't a spiritual insight chat. This is just a clarion call for you to wake up. Wake up and see this mindlessness for what it is. And make sure that you're working for something that has a tangible goal attached to it. Don't just want money. Want money because you want to build a hospice center, or you want to open up a creative community. You have to put the money to work doing something substantial with it, because the pursuit of money itself is hollow. And that's why so many who get so much do so little, because they never understood that it wasn't the money they needed. It was a life purpose. It was a goal. It was something on the other side of amassing wealth that was always missing in their lives. Money is not what's missing in your life. It's a purpose for you to feel good about yourself. Why are you rising early? Why are you staying up late? If it's just in pursuit of money, you're going to be tired and rich, but you won't have a life. What can you do with thousands of dollars and ultimately millions of dollars if you haven't learned how to live life with a few extra 20s in your pocket? Those are my thoughts this morning. Oh, happy day. I'll be back soon. Peace.